But let me say that this is not a grant that the federal government approved that the central bank should give us this money with 2 years moratorium, and we pay within 30 years. And that is why the federal government is also borrowing trillions of naira. We don't have that opportunity. We have to pass through them. So for remembering us and for granting us the opportunity to have that money, I think it will go a long way and help. You're already aware of the problems we have in the state here. We talk about salary arrears, pension, gratuity, they are still there. Infrastructural deficit, even those who were awarded, and those who were awarded before we came in, we have not been able to pay. So we are running a deficit budget. So even the 18 billion may not be enough to cover the challenges that we have. So, but as a government that is transparent, I will sit with my state executive council. We'll look at those areas. 2 heads are better than one. When I sit with them, we'll actually agree on how best we can appropriate this money, and it will be effective and have impact and add value to the development of our state. But on the whole, I welcome the development. It's a good thing. At least we are not stealing, we are borrowing. People say, a literal translation, that because you are a man because you borrow. But when you steal, it's an offense. But this one is not stealing, we are borrowing, and we pay. I've been paying debts of Aperiku. Even military regimes that were here in Venezuela, I've been paying those debts. So there's nothing wrong, and I think we'll do well with it. And I want to assure you that the money will ensure value addition to our state. I've always said that Samuel Ortom and Benue State, we believe in the rule of law and due process. Anything that becomes law, we will always obey, we will adjust. Like I remarked, the issue is, as a veteran politician of over 40 years, I have passed through direct primaries, indirect primaries, option A4, and several other consensorship and all that. But I tell you that direct primaries is more expensive. It is more or less transparent because of the inability to have INEC to go around, and even within the party circle to have reliable people that you can send to conduct a free, fair, and transparent process. But you see, once it becomes a law, my advice to Mr. President was that he should send it back to the Assembly to re-amend it. But if Mr. President signs, that is his constitutional responsibility, and then we have no choice than to work towards doing that. But I think that for my party, I will strongly recommend that we work towards having consensus. If we have consensus, we can adopt the formality of when we are coming back. And that will help us, because Nigerians are waiting for us to rescue this country and rebuild it because of the abysmal performance of the APC government. We must take our country back and rebuild it. So whatever it is, whatever position is being contested for, it has to be one person to occupy it at a time. And so there is nothing wrong in sitting together and agreeing, but to follow due process at the end, we must ensure that we have due process in terms of still going there to normalize it by voting, just like we did in our recent concluded convention. And so even those who were returned unopposed in the course of our consensusship arrangement, they were still voted for. We'll do the same thing, but you see that that one will be less acrimonious, and we have little challenges ensuring that we do that. So there is no problem. We can advise, but if Mr. President does not take our advice, it is still okay. At least we are old in this game. We are older. We are veteran than Mr. President. Mr. President just joined politics, and we are talking from experience.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.